What's up there, Workforce? Chris here with Work2Game. Huge thanks to Aluna Minori and Miuna for doing the live translation from the Reddit community over there. If you want to get live translations to these things, they do that over on their Discord. Vows of Virtue, Deeds of Cruelty, patch 5.1. Let's dive in. They say late October. I'm assuming the 22nd, possibly the 29th. And we will be getting, of course, the basics. So we will get a new instance dungeon, the Grand Cosmos. They show us a screenshot here in a bit. This will be trust compatible. I assume that means it'll be story related. Because that makes sense to me. And then, of course, we'll be getting an extreme version of the last trial fight from the MSQ. So they leave it secret in case somebody hasn't played through that. But for those of you who know who that fight is, that will be that kind of extreme fight. That's typically how that works. Is 0.1, we get the extreme of the last 0.0 trial. Now, we will be getting our third ultimate. They haven't told us who it is, just that it will release a couple weeks after the patch, so early November timeframe. Job adjustments, there will be job adjustments across the board, but namely to Summoner, Samurai, Ninja, a little bit to Astrologian, a lot more coming up in part 2 of the live letter when we get that to go over that. Blue Mage, you will be getting level crap increases to 10 and everything that comes along with that. New job quests, new mass carnival, a new thing that you can do with just other blue mages, and it'll have kind of unique rewards, and hopefully some of those rewards will be something that's worth doing more than just kind of the first couple weeks after it comes out. I'm really looking forward to trying that. PvP updates. We are getting substantial adjustments to PvP actions. We're getting new frontline rules. So, be sure you go try all this stuff out with Garo now, but plan on more PvP during the 5.1 cycle. Crafting and gathering revamp. They're going to go over this in kind of a broken up format here, but it's all centered on the new rebuilding of Ishgard and making everything more attainable to more players. New Game Plus. This is, once again, just the summary. We'll touch on this again, but it is finally here. Now, to sum up the crafting and gathering revamp, we are going to have everything is just meant to be easier to get. So they're going to be kind of removing some actions that don't need to be there. They're going to be adding, adjustments to actions. They're going to have a new recipe tree that will show in just a bit. They're going to make things like unspoiled nodes not so hard to use. Desynth is going to get a major adjustment. I've heard that means they're just going to remove the need to level it, but we'll have to see exactly what that shapes out to be. Quick synth success rates will be adjusted. Quick gathering kind of will be added. Just in general, this should be a whole lot easier for people to get into as we do the rebuilding of the Sea of Ishgard, which is a server-specific progression, so it is encouraged for everybody to do. The stealth action being replaced by sneak can be used while mounted, so very, very exciting there. Quick gathering, I look forward to seeing what that means. Elemental shard yields will be increased, was how it came across in the translation, and so in general, expect more items to hit the market. Not less, but hopefully more people are engaging with crafting as well, so that will just adjust the supply and demand accordingly. But feel free to speculate on the market as you see fit. Now, the rebuilding of the Sea of Ishgard is designed for crafters and gatherers. That doesn't sound like it's only geared towards in-game crafting and gathering, so you can kind of do it if you're not along the way, but of course the rewards will probably be better the higher you are. Fellowships are something we're going to touch on a little bit more, but it's basically a link shell that goes across your entire data center for up to 1,000 players. Golden Saucer, we're going to get a new gate featuring Jimbo, and then we're also going to be getting for you Mahjong players out there a new higher res version of that. If that's important to you, I hope that that's good news. The Golden Saucer in general is something I always appreciate that they continue to support and give a little bit of love to. Performance updates. For those of you that want to perform in a band, there's a new horn instrument, there's metronomes now, there's the ability to play with people in a group all playing different instruments. So there's all sorts of different assists and all of that. So it's just continuing to be an incredible system. They made an offhand joke that this is becoming a game of rhythm. We are getting a launcher update, which I think is really exciting for such an incredible game. The launcher could be a bit more powerful, so I see things like the lodestone up there. I look forward to seeing what all that entails. Hopefully it's on par with kind of just the sheer amount of support that they really do offer this game. We're also getting some just basic updates like new custom delivery. Your pet will now be displayed in the party again. Bicolored gemstones going up to 1,000. When you're sitting down and you eat a meal, it won't make you stand up anymore. So just a lot of little quality of life adjustments. Expect some of those to be listed here in part 1, some in part 2, but some will also probably sneak their way into the patch notes that weren't ever really mentioned just because they do so much to support this game. Now, about New Game Plus, this is going to be Heavensward and Forward because they are still doing the ARR squish at 5.3, so ARR I expect will probably be sometime then or after. And then you're going to be kind of going through by chapter. And so they've broken it into different chapters here. You see that they use thumbnails from some of the past patches, and you'll just have to play that entire chapter. So think you're driving down a highway. Those are kind of your on-ramps. You can't just cherry pick an individual quest. You'll have to clear that whole chapter to get to that favorite quest that you really want to live through again. But the instance battles will be level synced. You won't get quest rewards because they don't want people farming this. I don't know what that means for experience. I assume none, but I look forward to getting some clarification on that. And to loop back around on fellowships, you can be part of 10 of these. They're meant to be themed around these different activities, player events, casual, housing, but I picture them popping up however people kind of want to use them. So imagine a crafting kind of effectively link shell that you could be a part of with 1,000 other people, where there's just kind of a live chat of the 100 most recent messages over your entire data center. Once again, guys, cannot say this enough. Do your collaboration event, your Garo, to get all the really cool stuff locked behind that before 5.1. Now, the new Alliance raid is behind neir, so if you want to go pick up a copy of that and get it clear, they've said that you will be able to enjoy it without having ever played neir, but of course they expect you will enjoy it a little bit more if you had played neir, especially if you've completed it. The music is supposed to have kind of some crossover with some of the in-game music from the final scenes of neir, so it should be really meaningful to the people that game means a lot too. And for the rest of us, it'll just be the highly polished raid that we are coming to expect from Final Fantasy XIV in our odd-numbered patches. They show off a couple of models here. And that's really it, guys. This is part 1. We'll get another part between now and that kind of October timeframe when the patch drops. So for those of you that are new, this is your first patch cycle. This is a typical odd patch. Nothing too shocking here, but definitely a lot to look forward to. My name is Chris with Work to Game. Let me know any comments, questions, anything that you want me to go back through the translation and see more detail on down below. Just a quick summary to catch you up. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.